on this computer. So we should see the recording button in the corner. And then another thing that I was able to add is closed captioning. So we're going to add closed captioning so that people can see. And I believe people can set their own buttons for closed captioning. Nice to see you, Jenny. I am Ginger. Welcome. Were you able to see the lineup okay? The order of things is clear? Wonderful. Yes. Okay. Joy, can you hear okay?
Yes, finally.
Wonderful. All right. I see that Adrian is also here, and she is one of our performers. I don't see her quite yet. I saw that she popped in earlier. But we're just going to all play it by ear, everyone. Again, welcome to our first open mic for this summer. This is one of the first ones I'm ever that I've ever led. But we've got Alvin and Abby and all of you wonderful folks that have decided to join us. We'll be opening the doors. So again, if we aren't on, we'll just try to make sure that we're muted, and I'll go over some of those details. But yes, Alvin, we can open the doors now, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Folks, and then I'll get some of the slides ready. Thank you.
Ginger, you want us to mute?
Yes, yes. If you could mute, that would be wonderful. We'll go over that all together. So welcome, everyone. The time is just about 3 o'clock, so we will be getting started. We have a great lineup. Welcome to Circa Pintig's open mic. There will be opportunity to share. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. I just want to officially welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ginger Leopoldo. I am the Artistic Director for Circa Pintig. Circa stands for the Center for Immigrant Resources and Community Art. And we are hosting our first open mic. You might want to not be on One of the things that we will do is mute everyone just as a way to ensure that the sound is clear. You have the ability to unmute yourself, as we do want to make sure that we have time to have discussion and reflection all together. But again, we welcome you today. Today is our annual summer monthly beat, which actually I believe the last time we did monthly beats was like in 2012. But we are in the time of COVID-19, and this was a really wonderful way for us to still be part of this community. And we welcome you today. We have a wonderful lineup of community artists who many are already here. And again, well, our format is kind of a little flexible, though we do have a schedule that we want to follow. And I do have the set of slides. So if you want to just follow along with the slides, I will put that in the chat box just so you can take a look at it so you can see what our format is. This is something that was shared with our performers, of course. It's important for them to know when their time may be up, but also if you are interested in hosting your own virtual mic, you might maybe think about how this might be a way for you to follow as well. But welcome, everyone. Today is, again, our open mic, our first one. We hope to do these for the first Saturdays of the month, but I think next month is already July the 4th, so we might move it for the following week. And then there may be opportunities for us to also come together. For example, Philippine Independence Day is happening on June the 12th. That's next Friday. So maybe we'll have a chance to have some sort of a virtual experience. It is wonderful to see familiar faces. If you are comfortable to open your cameras, it's so great to see you. I'm not sure what kind of view you have, but we do have the option to have a grid view, which means you can see everyone that's in the room. For those of us that have just opted to have our cameras off, that is, of course, all completely fine as well. But do know that we are recording. So if you do have any concerns about that, just please reach out. We plan to have the recording for Circa Pintig as a resource to maybe go back to and help highlight some of the work that we are doing. I will go on ahead and share my slides. So give me one moment as I share my screen. And again, if you are not presenting or speaking, we may just mute you, but feel free when there is the opportunity to discuss and share your voice that you have the ability to unmute yourselves. So does everyone see the screen okay that I'm sharing? I'm not sure if I've shared it here. Oh, here we are. So do you see the screen okay? Good. I think I see some nodding heads and thumbs up. Thank you for the nonverbal communication. So again, welcome everyone. It's about 3:04. We are just getting started. We have someone, Alvin is on by the door, admitting folks in. We've got Abby on the chat box in case there are any questions or concerns or problems that you're seeing. Feel free to reach out there. And we just welcome everyone. Here is our virtual etiquette and community agreements. This is just a short list. There are many, of course, agreements out there and specific etiquette. But for our purposes, we just want to make sure that we stay muted if we could until you're ready to speak. This is, again, an open mic format, so we will be having some artists present, share, lead in performance. And so we want to make sure that we limit as much distractions as we can. The other note is that we are recording the session, so you may see that recording button is happening in the upper left-hand corner if it's the same for your screen. And again, if you have any concerns about this, please reach out and let me know. We are wanting to make sure that we create this space as a safe space for everyone. So we ask that people be respectful and kind with one another. And of course, there are many ways to communicate throughout our time. There may be a button that you can choose to raise your hand if you have something to say. There are emojis that you can also click on. You can make comments and feedback in the chat box. Circa Pintig is a 29-year-old organization with a mission for community arts, and our vision is that we have these vibrant communities that are fully empowered to determine our collective destiny and realize our hopes and dreams. And so it is our belief that we look at the power of the arts to reflect on the immigrants' experience and engage in realizing our collective vision for our communities. Just a couple of slides here that tell you who we are. Many of us are what we consider ATORs. We're artists, teachers, organizers, and researchers. Some of the pictures that you see on the screen here are from our first production back in 1991. It was a play called America's in the Heart, adapted by Chris Miliato. He's there in the center of the group picture there. And it was based on the book by Carlos Bolosan, who spoke about his experiences as an immigrant in the 30s and 40s. So as you see, we are an organization that's been around since the 90s, and we still continue to, what we would say, keep our pulse beating, as the word pintig is a Filipino word for pulse. The Center for Immigrant Resources and Community Arts is what CIRCA stands for. And this is the work that we have done with our youth. And now CIRCA Pintig together work with intergenerational, cross-sectional things as well. This is our format for today. We will have a welcome. We'll be presenting our artist's voice. There'll be an open forum as well and a call to action at the end. And our running order is set up so that we've got just our welcome now, which we are just right on time with, as we'll be hearing from Angela Mascarenhas, who is our executive director and our founder for the organization. Then we'll have a set, about a half-hour set with some of the artists, another set, and then following right into that. In between, there may be time for discussion. Maybe we'll poll you. Maybe we'll break out in little rooms. We'll kind of see how our time goes. And then towards the end, we'll wrap things up. We want to also have an open forum. And if there are any folks that want to just share something before all things wrap up, hopefully we can make use of our time well, then there's opportunity for this also. So I would just like to introduce Angela Mascarenas. I know her as Tita Jing, and she is here to welcome all of us. So I give the floor.
Hi, everyone. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay, perfect. I cannot see any of you because I just see the welcome on the screen. But earlier, I saw some of you already who were logged in, and it's great. There you go. It's great to see everyone, and sending love and receiving love to each and everyone through the cloud. We haven't done this in a while, and we're glad that it's finally happening again. And just quickly, what we hope to do and achieve during these 2 hours of being together are 5 things. One, we want to connect and reconnect again. Unfortunately, we can't do that physically. So even though we're on social distancing, which is more like spatial or physical distancing, we don't have to be socially distanced. And so we want to use this opportunity to reconnect with everyone and share this space for the other things that we want to do, which is to reflect. We want to reflect on what's going on in our lives, in what's going on in our communities, in our society. And hopefully, in that reflection, we do both an individual and a collective reflection, especially on our own individual and collective complicity in what's going on, and also in our role in bringing about the transformation that we all dream of. We also want to use this space to uplift voices, especially for those who have been silenced, for those who have been marginalized, for those who have been not been able to speak because of different circumstances that we're all in. So today we want to uplift each other's voices, and for those others who cannot be here with us. And of course, we want to say, in addition to building community, to reconnecting, is to build community. That's what we've been doing for the past 29 years, and we want to continue to build community even in small ways, different ways, such as these gatherings virtually, which we think are very, very important. And lastly, we want also to inspire each other and hopefully take action after this within our own communities and within within the capacities that we have. So once again, we welcome everybody. We welcome all of you, and it's great to be here and to share this special moment with all of you. So stay tuned, because we have a lot of exciting things to see and experience today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sita, for welcoming everyone. Again, we've got a wonderful lineup. We're going to go on ahead and get started. And I would love to introduce to everyone Emilia Ramos. Mia is here. Hello, Mia. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Wonderful, doing well. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. How has it been for you?
Okay, so some good news on a more, so some good news. I officially graduated high school as of yesterday. So I had a drive-through graduation at Lincoln Park Zoo, so pretty fun. Yeah, drive-through. And they gave me all my certificates, all my diploma, my physical diploma. But but yeah, that's the biggest thing I think that's happened so far.
That's so exciting, Mia. Congratulations to you. And I do hope that soon we will have the chance to celebrate together in real life.
Yes, definitely.
IRL. Well, thank you for sharing. I have posted everyone's bios on our Facebook group page so you can read more about Mia's experiences. But Mia is here to share some music with us. So without further ado, we will give her the floor.
Hi everyone. Okay, so as Ata Ginger said, my name's Amelia, and I prepared a couple of songs for you guys today. One on my violin and then one on my guitar. So this first one, actually, it came from my senior recital, which was also virtual, and it's from Dvorak's Four Romantic Pieces, and basically this is the third movement. So I hope. Oh wait, sorry. There was a technical difficulty there. Oh, yikes. Hang on. 1 second.
It sounded great nonetheless.
Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna restart the song. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so this next song, I'm in the process of writing a quarantine album. So I started writing some songs right when quarantine started, just to like, for fun, to really just pass the time and just have some fun with it. So this is what my this is one of the tracks on the album. This one's called this one's called The Rest Is History. So this one's a nice song. I was just playing around with some picking patterns, and I thought it'd be just something nice to share with you guys. So I hope you enjoy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been running through these crowds. Something strange has gotten into me. I don't know whether to believe. I'm thinking way out loud. I couldn't say it if I wanted to, but is it even true? Don't wanna overthink it. I'll do my best to fake it, because I know way down inside I think I love you, but I think I might take a try to see what's inside of me. To think I could see a sign, then maybe I'd call you mine and say the rest is history. We've been running through your house, taking all the space inside my brain, knowing we could live this way forever. Just sit now, you'll always be right here in front of me, waiting for the time. The moon and stars are waking, the time when I'm mistaken, the time we both can say we're taking. I think I love you, but I think I might take a try to see what's inside of me. To think I could see a sign, then maybe I'd call you and say the rest is history. I think I love you, but I think I might take a try to see what's inside of me. To think I could see a sign, then maybe I'd call you and say the rest is history. Thank you.
That is wonderful. Mia, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you for
That
having
was fantastic. What are your plans for the summer?
Well, I was originally gonna go, basically, so my dad works for American Airlines and we get to go to all these amazing places. But the downside is right now, unfortunately, we can't travel due to COVID-19. So I think what I'm really just gonna do is just finish up this album, this quarantine album, share it with you guys, my community, my Secret Pizza community, but also really just play around with some music, hang out with some friends virtually. So yeah, just have a good time.
That sounds wonderful. Well, again, we do hope to get together in real life soon enough. We can't wait to hear some more of the music. We are going to be announcing how we are launching our circupintig.org site today. Maybe there's a little section for us to kind of post some of the work that you're doing. Would you be interested?
Great, yes, definitely.
Yes, we just launched a podcast too, so it could be kind of housed in that area. Now, do you recall your experience being a Circa Youth member?
Yes.
What was something that was important from the time that you participated?
Well, I was in Resolve Sweet Stranger in 2010, and I also did a few of the open mic nights. But basically, I really enjoyed the experience of just having a whole community just behind you, supporting your work, but also pushing you to be better. especially in music. Oh, in Result Sweet Stranger, I just had the best time because we all just really at the end of the whole process became a really good family, and that's something I'll always remember. So
That's so fantastic. Well, thanks again, Mia, so much for uh, your beautiful music and words and your talent, and we all so much appreciate it.
thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. All right. That was again Amelia Ramos. There is an emoji that you can press that is a hand clap. There's a thumbs up also. You can, of course, make comments in the chat box. Um, but how so wonderful. And again, a senior in high school. So we hear these stories about folks that are graduating, how seniors are having a different kind of experience from, say, what we are having, but how wonderful that all things are well. So thank you for validating that for us, Mia. Our next guest will be Adrienne Diaz. She is now based in Los Angeles, and she is here to guide us through and check in with us, of course, with our wellness. And Adrienne, how are things in California?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you sound fine.
Great. California is, LA prior to COVID has always been insane and crazy, but right now it's okay. Like, people are staying home. I think it's a good time for all of us to really hone in and go back to taking care of ourselves and maybe tapping into things that we didn't have time to do before COVID. And it's been good. People are staying healthy, and that's, I think that's the most important part.
Good. I'm so glad to hear. Well, we're very excited to see what you have thought would be worth of sharing with us, especially in the times and conditions that we are all trying to navigate about. So I will give the floor to you. Thank you, Adrienne.
Of course, thank you. So again, my name is Adrienne. I'm an Ayurveda health counselor, yoga teacher, and breathwork instructor. So if you're unfamiliar with yoga, meditation, or breathwork, that's totally fine. This introduction is just meant to be for all levels. So the purpose of this practice today is just to help us get grounded, reconnect with our breath, reconnect with our senses, our body, and just find some stillness, because there's a lot of things going on externally that we may not be in control of. However, we are in control of our emotions. We are in control of our bodies. We are in control of how we react to everything that's going on. So the more that we get focused on how to take care of ourselves, the better we can be at serving others, taking care of everything else that we need to do in life. So I want you to find a comfortable seat wherever you are. So if you're sitting at your desk in a chair, great. If you're sitting on the floor, that's amazing too. If you have a pillow nearby that you can access and maybe slip that underneath your hips, do that as well. But wherever you're at, I want you to take your hands and then just remove the fleshy parts from underneath you so that your sits bones are rooted down into whatever surface you're sitting on. Then roll your shoulder blades up towards your ears like you're wearing earrings, and then back down your spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach your shoulders all the way up towards your ears, and then roll them back down your spine. 1 more time like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. And then be mindful of your alignment. So you want to stack your shoulders right above your hips. So oftentimes when we're sitting down at a desk, we tend to hunch over, we tend to round our back. Maybe sometimes we dump in the lower belly. So become aware of that. Maybe take a slight tuck to the tailbone down, pulling the navel in and up. And then just relax the shoulder blades away from the ears. Allow them to get nice and heavy. Maybe take this time to close the eyes. And if you can, take a slight internal gaze towards the center of your head. So that space, that gap in between your eyebrows. Some call it your third eye center, your seat of intuition. And in this moment, just become aware of how you're breathing. So oftentimes when we're stressed out, when we're in this fight or flight mode, we're activating our sympathetic nervous system and breathing mainly into our chest. So people who have tight shoulders, sore neck issues, that's all because we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. We forget to relax, we forget to let go. And then we're creating these physical and emotional imbalances in the body. So instead of directing your energy up into your chest, I want you to direct your energy towards your belly space. So although we don't have lungs in our belly, I want you to imagine sending every inhale as you lift and flare up the belly like a balloon. And with every exhale, noticing the fall of the belly. So inhale, creating space, filling up the belly like a balloon. Exhale, relaxing the belly, noticing the belly fall. Maybe the navel pulls in and up. So do a few more on your own. Good, and now if your eyes are closed, gently blink them open. And with an inhale, reach and extend your arms up and overhead. Stretch up to the ceiling, reach your fingertips nice and long. Create space in both sides of the body, opening up the rib cage. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you. Just place it behind you, maybe on your chair, maybe on the floor. And then with every inhale, find length from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. And with every exhale, twist a little deeper, maybe gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale to lengthen, get nice and long, stretching through the crown of the head, creating space. Exhale, twist, gazing over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale, reach and extend the arms up and overhead. Let's do the other side. Right arm comes to the left knee. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, lengthen, create space to the crown of the head. Exhale, twist, gazing over your right shoulder. One more time like that. Inhale, lengthen, reach, creating space to the crown of the head. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, get nice and long. Exhale, release the arms down to the earth. So as we twist and as we create space in the body, we're already starting to massage the internal organs. We're massaging the digestive system, pressing into the seats of the ascending and descending colon. So if you are currently working from home during COVID-19, this is great for anybody who tends to sit at a desk for long periods of time. It's important that you take time and space to move your body, to wiggle out your spine, to flush out your digestive system, and to create space. Because right now, if we go into a wrong direction, we can create stagnation in the body, which can lead to greater health issues. So we want to avoid that. So come back to your seat, come back to your alignments. Take a slight tuck to the tailbone in, tailbone down, navel in rather. And then from here, I want you to bring your thumb out and your ring finger and your pinky out. So if that feels awkward, you can bring all fingers down and just have the pinky and the thumb out. Then I want you to practice closing your right nostril with your thumb and your left nostril with your pinky. So instead of squishing the nostril into the face, it's just a gentle close. Good. Make sure that your elbow is parallel with the earth. So you don't want it too close to your torso, you don't want it too high. So to keep the shoulder in line, just create this parallel form. Good. So we'll begin by closing the right nostril with our thumb. Then from here, take a full inhale through the left nostril. Hold it at the top. Close the left nostril, open the right. Exhale out the right. Nice and slow. Staying here, full inhale through the right. Hold it at the top. Close the right nostril, open the left. Exhale out the left. Staying here, full inhale through the left. Hold. Close the right, open the left. Exhale out the right, rather. Staying here, full yogic inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left. Exhale left. Let's do one more. Inhale through the left. Hold. Close the left, open the right. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold it at the top. Close the right, open the left. Exhale left. Good. Gently release. That is called alternate nostril breathing. So I have a teacher that told me that real heaven is that space, that gap in between two breaths. So oftentimes we're too worried about the past. We're thinking about the past, thinking about the things that we could have, should have, would have done. Or oftentimes we're living in the future. We're thinking about what I need to do, where I need to be next, what I need to focus on, what I need to achieve. And we're so far removed from the present. The only thing that's present in life ever, because time is constantly moving. We're constantly changing and growing as seconds pass, minutes pass. The only thing that is truly present at all times is your breath. You can't breathe for yesterday, you can't breathe for tomorrow, but you can only breathe for today. So the more you become aware of how you breathe and where you're at in life and just being present in the moments, the closer you can become to your divine, innate, natural being. So it's important for us, especially during a time where everything is uncertain. We're living in this world of constant changing regulations here, there, and everywhere. Information and misinformation being passed around. It is so essential for you to be true and stay true to yourself, to your health, to your wellness, and just keep continuing to reconnect with the breath. So in times when you feel stressed, come back to the breath. Times where you feel anxiety, depression, come back to your breath. Close your eyes, sit down, just focus on your breathing, and maybe instead of worrying on negative thoughts and filling your mind with negative affirmations, you can feed your mind with positive affirmations like, I am healthy, I have a strong immune system, I am wealthy, everything is happening for me in my favor, I am abundant, I am blessed, I am love, I am loved, I am giving, I am receiving. All of these things, my partner and I, the first thing we do when we wake up in the morning is we sit in our living room in silence and we meditate. We meditate on, even though everything is constantly moving around us and chaotic, we find ourselves back to just being, because that's the only thing we can do right now, in addition to supporting each other and growing with all of this. So this too shall pass. But the most important thing is that we stay healthy and we stay in abundance, in that mindset of abundance. So thank you all so much. That's all I wanted to share.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Adrienne. I know we've got some good thumbs up and some applause for you. Thank you again for preparing that for us, just coming back to the breath and thinking about abundance. Such a strong message, and I feel good already. Now, your original Circa youth, what do you recall about your experience being part of Circa?
Oh my goodness. I miss those days. I remember I just remember that feeling of that sense of community, that sense that I'm craving so much right now. Like, I wish that we can all be together, hugging each other again and not being afraid to hug each other. Sometimes I feel like at the end of all this, people are going to be holding up hug signs for like $50. Who wants to hug? Like, I miss that sense of community, and I'm so grateful for the experience I had with Circa, because it turned into a second family. And I'm grateful that all of us are still able to connect through social media and Facebook. And I really look forward to hugging everybody in person again soon.
Yes, I miss everyone singing all the songs. Where are we going, little brown brothers? Mwah! Adrian, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing and giving us such a wonderful experience and message. We love you.
Love you all. Thank you so much for allowing me to share space with you all. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, our Facebook group page has information about Adrian, has wonderful information about me as well. Two of our original Circa youth back in 2002 is when we had some of the children involved in the theater work that we do, the activism work that we do. And it's just so wonderful, as Adrian mentioned, to still be a part of this community and part of a family. And we can't wait to all hug one another. Without further ado, I would like to open up the floor to our next performer. I want to welcome Jenny Weaver Barberi. She is coming here from born and raised in Chicago, and so we welcome her. She, if you have a couple of words to maybe say before you share.
Yes, no, this is absolutely fantastic that I had this moment. I actually just randomly was on Facebook, and then your post came up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do that, because it was during the crazy time when nobody was doing anything at all. And I actually was like, oh my gosh. And then I started looking at the group, and I'm like, oh my God, no, this is exactly my grandparents were born and raised in the Philippines, and they migrated here and literally migrated to Chicago. And that's what my mother is from Chicago. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, this is totally where, I'm sorry, I'm like trying to start my music. This is totally like my other thing. My grandfather founded with a lot of other Filipinos the Rizal Center. So I truly am so ecstatic that I can actually come back out, and actually I have not performed for many months. I've had foot surgery, and they thought it was terrible, but so now this is my time to start singing, and I'm like, this is perfect. So, and now I have the understanding of everything of your group, and I'm just elated. So I'm excited. So I am going to be singing a song, Never Walk Alone, which is from Carousel. And I think it's partly because of the meaning of, it's from Rodgers and Hammerstein, and the song is very meaningful for everybody because of what's happening right now. Not only right now, but before right now. So if that makes sense. So I can ramble forever, so I'm gonna just start. So I hope you enjoy. When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high. and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone.
That was wonderful, Jenny. Thank you. Oh,
Very much.
I was already feeling just as you started, just listening to the words and the lyrics of this song you chose.
Yes.
Hey, yes, that's wonderful. Well, thank you, and I'm so happy to hear the connection about your grandparents
Oh,
having.
yeah. Great. Great. And you know what? All of this is making me a little emotional right now. So, yeah.
I think this is a great way for us to process. And again, we are a safe space and all part of this community. And we look forward to doing more work together and collaborate. And there'll be definitely opportunities for us to share. And thank you so much for sharing your song.
No, no problem at all. No problem.
That was Jenny Weaver Barrieri. She shared with us her song. Again, more information about her on our Circupintig Facebook group. I believe, Jenny, you have a website as well for people to
Yeah.
see. So again, if ever you want to be in touch or connect, she is there. So thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Beautiful. Thank you. Wonderful. Well, this that wraps up our first set. And look at this, Abby, Alvin, we are just about right on schedule. So far, so great, everyone. I have a quick poll because we have the ability with our account to poll one another. So I actually wanted to have a series of polls, but I didn't really couldn't think of any good questions. So here's the poll here. Take a look to see if you can respond. A very simple question for our monthly beat that's happening now. And it says, how do you feel? You actually have the ability to choose more than one before you submit. So feel free to select all of the feelings that you may be feeling. And in just a moment, we will wrap up that poll. So if you need to take a water break, if you need to stretch your legs, we did just finish through our first set during our first virtual open mic for this summer. And again, we thank our first group of artists and community members, Mia, Adrian, and Jenny. And so in just a moment, we'll be ending our poll. We see that there are many different feelings. It'll be a 1-minute poll, so it's about to end now. So for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to share the results, and our results show that for the most part, we are happy and anxious. Glad to see that no one is feeling sad. So thank you for sharing your feelings with us. As we navigate our way through this platform, of course, this is Zoom. I was very pleased to know that, first of all, there's a way for us to do closed captioning. some of the work that Circa Pintig has recently been doing in the past few years is to be partner up with a course at UIC that is around mental health in Asian American communities and community engagement. And so accessibility is important. And so that's one thing we were able to work out with this. And then now we've got these new ways to get feedback kind of in our large group setting with polls. So maybe for our future meetings, we can, or events, we can also incorporate that. There is also an opportunity to do breakout rooms, but again, we do have a great lineup and we are going to continue and move right along. So our next performer will be up. And I'll go on ahead and first share my screen so that we can see where we are in the lineup. If you hadn't seen, and I don't know if you do, if you pop in after it was posted, but there is a link to the set of slides that we put together for our event. So I will share my screen now, and this is the one that I will share. And so let's take a look. Again, just wrapping up our first set with Amelia Ramos, Adrian Diaz, Jenny Weaver Barbieri. And again, you can get more information about their artist bios on our Facebook page. And here we are now moving into our set two, just a couple of minutes off from our schedule, which is just fine. There's room for us to be a little flexible with time. And next up, we will actually be listening to some monologues and we'll have a little short film. And so I would like to give the floor to Romel. He is our next performer. So Romel, are you there? Whenever you're ready.
To recap, self-talk is the key to battle anxiety. You have to speak out your thoughts, let your frustrations out, announce your happiness. Well, that ends our weekly wellness session, and we got a very big crowd tonight. Thank you all for coming. And again, to our first timers, I am Gary Sanchez, and I'm a certified wellness coach. Remember, when life hits you hard, retreat, grab a beer, and hit it back with a vengeance. Agree? All right, so next week we have a different schedule. Now let me check my calendar here. Oh, sorry. Girlfriend has been calling. Hey babe, I'm on a Zoom. You what? You found Carlos, our Carlos on Instagram. No way. It's been 2 years since I last heard from him. Okay, gotta go. Bye. Oh, wow, all right. Instagram.com. Burrito Man 1989. Who spells burrito with 2 T's? What kind of a handle is this? Are you in middle school? Well, no wonder I couldn't find you. Damn. You're still hot. Oh, that's why. You still CrossFit. Oh my God. Ha! I told you so. This Lululemon shorts is your favorite shorts, or probably the only shorts you wear. I mean, you wear it everywhere, in the mall, in the beach, Coachella. Well, I hope you wash it every use. I mean, again, there's no such thing as a 3-use rule. Oh my God. Is that the coffee tumbler I gave you on your birthday? Dark roast beans, no sugar, and 1 cream. Not only any cream, almond milk. And iced if taken in the afternoon. Such a snob. Did you stop drinking coffee in the afternoon? Because you turn into 5-year-old high on crack. That carpool karaoke drive from LA to Vegas on a Tuesday? Dude, you had ABBA for 4 hours on repeat. Mom calling. Mom? Not right now. This is priority. Look at that. A camping master. You've gone far, my Padawan. From owning nothing to this mummy sleeping bag in a burner stove. Nice. Wait. Am I gay? I mean, I drink beer in a bottle in a dive bar. And I drive a freaking Tacoma and it's black. But I also like my skinny jeans and it goes too well with my suede Chelsea boots. The Jonas Brothers. Well, wait. Why am I even questioning my sexuality? Is that why there's Q in LGBTQ for questioning? Wow. The gays really got this covered. So I'm a Q, like cute. Okay, stop. This is just a man crush. Innocent and adorable. In fact, according to Google, man crush. Man crush is a man who is the object of one's intense liking and admiration. Well, intense, it's like a strong word, but probably true. Who doesn't crush on a guy who can wear a floral shirt? 2,302 likes? What are you now, an influencer? Mom, I'm busy. Jesus. Like, are you how did you get so many followers? Well, I guess a gorgeous face and some skin would get you likes. Not like life is beautiful quotes and wellness photos, you don't. I had 835 followers and now 832? Damn. Carlos, I know exactly what you're gonna say. This is just social media. You are enough. Well, you weren't there when I was a kid. Nobody wanted to play basketball with me because my shot couldn't even reach the ring. The ball was heavy. And laughed out by a girl when I asked her out and gave me a high five. Well, who dropped out of high school, who had 2 kids with 2 last names, well, 2 different last names, and protested to end the lockdown? You deserve a high five from me. But I guess you're right. It took me a while, but I am enough. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for kissing you. But why was it so easy to drop me so sudden? You know, you were my buddy, my only buddy. Doing crazy shit was easier with you. Peeing downtown while screaming, I'm in control of my body. Cinnamon challenge with wasabi. How you cook your abuela's pollo con mole just for me. I mistake it all for something else. I guess I deserve it. I was stupid. And now, you're getting married. Wow. I'm really happy for you. And yet, I'm truly sad. I love you, Carlos. Even knowing you can't love me back. And someone out there loves me so much, but I can't love her back. life treats you hard, retreat, grab a beer, and hit it back with a vengeance. Like what you always say. And now, this is me grabbing my beer. Goodbye, my friend. I'm gay. Oh, Jesus, this woman. Hey, Mom. What do you mean I'm still on Zoom? Oh, shit. Shit. Sit down.
Yay!
Thank you, Romel.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That was wonderful. We'll chat in a bit.
All right.
Okay. So we are right into our second set, and we're just preparing for the next part. So let's everyone welcome Giovanni Ortega.
I just kicked Romella. He's right here. Oh no. My mom is calling. My mom is calling.
Right on cue. Right on.
Oh my god. Life imitating art.
That was supposed to happen, right?
That was the first piece. Oh my god, that's so funny. Hey Ginger, hi Sir Kapintig and all our family and friends. So thanks for having me and Ramel and everybody else. This is such a great time to be with community. An important time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Sharing.
So I wanted to share two films. Oh, first of all, Burrito Man. I just wanted to share. Burrito Man was like. You want to talk a little bit about Burrito Man, how it was started? Or?
Oh, yeah. So I got an invite from Gio to write something that's in the sense of like a Zoom meeting in this digital world. And I think it was just appropriate to have that kind of format considering where we are right now. And I addressed that topic in a sense that I want people to see like how people struggle with owning their truths and embracing it at the end. And I think that's important right now, especially not just only with gender, but even like your race, your finding your own justice, finding your own strength. And that's, I think, just a courageous effort to do that. So as you explore it further. So I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for having me again.
Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, so that was part of, I don't know if you know Jeffrey Lowe, who's part of TheaterWorks, and that was for a benefit in San Francisco. So he invited us, and then we created that piece. But I also wanted to share two very short films. I was asked by Theater Without Borders and Roberta Levitow to present a bunch of films that talk about the pandemic. Since artists can't travel, I thought it would be really interesting to bring artists and showcase their films wherever they are. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to give everybody a link on the chat box, and then I'll give you about a few seconds, and then we can all watch it together. It's SyncTube. It's kind of like YouTube, but it allows every participant to watch the same thing at the same time instead of sharing it. So the first piece is called Coyotes That Swing at Night. and that is basically shot here in Los Angeles, where I now reside. Give me just one second. I'll be giving y'all a link in one second. Did everybody get that link? Cool. So all you just need to do is press on that link. And I just want to check, is it showing Coyotes That Swing at Night? Great. Let's watch it all together. Thank you.
As close as before by being so far apart.
Let me just start that over again.
How does isolation feel?
Oh, let's see. Give me just one second. I want to make sure we start in the beginning.
This
I'll give you another link. Create a room. Just some technical difficulties here. Not really, but please press on that link. Did that work? Okay, cool.
view of these tall buildings that reach up to the sky to embody how small we truly are. Griffith Park nearby, a pair of llamas, sentinels in the emptiness of spring, streetlights slowly without traffic, just a motorcycle whisking by. Masked like lost characters in a barren desert, siphoning air from a few feet away, exhaling fear like yesterday. Stars align during daytime, names irrelevant to the list of lost ones. We have never been as close as before by being so far apart. How does isolation feel when there's no one else inside? Feckless striving kapag ako'y nag-iisa sa mundo. Making chairs with no one to visit. Preparing bangus or munggo. Tinuruan mo akong magsaing ng kanin. Burning pandesal sa almusal. Washing it all down with your tenderness, just the way you held me at night. Midnight hikes to stairs that never end, navigating the landscape of my body and solitude of the 101. Normandy, Venice to San Gabriel Valley. There are no sirens or helicopters, just a symphony of hummingbirds, cherry blossoms and tears, and coyotes that swing at night.
Okay, was there, just wanted to make sure, was everybody able to see it?
So I was able to hear it. And on my screen, from what I see, I kind of see the kind of video playing, but is it just a still photo? Or is there
No.
Okay.
Can we try that again? I'll just do share video if that's okay. If you can
Yes.
give me.
Yes,
Oh,
that'd
some
be
people
great.
saw
Let's
it.
hear them. Some people saw it. Okay, maybe it's just me, folks, because I probably have a lot of different windows open right now. But if folks saw it, okay, then yay. Hmm. Okay, Anna got to see it, right? Uh-huh. I guess it's good. Ah, okay. Mm.
I'll do the share screen for the second one.
Yeah,
So
that
everyone
would.
saw the big musical number, and I'm just kidding. I'll do share screen. Can you give me access to share screen? Awesome. I think I have access.
Yes, yes. I think I've set it so that you folks are able to see if you can.
Sige.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Perfect. I'm going to share in just 1 second. Thank you for your patience. Can you see that?
You can see your desktop.
Awesome. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
See you soon, Ma. I love you. My US passport safely packed. Why do I get sick before leaving Manila? The dreaded journey to the airport. I can meet you anywhere except home. Travel is prohibited. In a year, we'll meet in England. My first trip to Europe, a dream. Beyond California, beyond the Philippines, you set me on a course. Europe has become home, but not for long. Vi aspettiamo in California. Today, you and I live in a Europe without borders, yet travel is prohibited. This time, there is no ocean between us, no visa required, but the invisible force confines us. Io resto a casa. My sister in Manila, my brother in Okinawa, each of us in our own sea. Please stay well, all of you. Travel is prohibited. We know the pain of being told, no, you can't go. Stay where you are. Familiar items in the market. Colomba, uova de Pascua. Easter is almost here. Families separated, but for how much longer? I pass my favorite little garden, the one without a name, full of trees that change with the seasons, enclosed by a fence of black wrought iron and concrete. It is never open. Is anyone allowed? The fence tries to be beautiful, boasting elegant details, but it exists to divide. Borders, la frontera. I think of California, my birthplace, the beautiful garden beyond the fence. I think of immigrants, their children, Americans, every one of us. Turin is so close to the French border. Migrants who braved the Alps on foot, risked survival in order to survive. Rejected by Italy, they had to venture early to avoid getting trapped in the winter snow. Pairs of pants worn several layers thick to keep warm. Some never made it to France, their bodies discovered in the snow. Memories of such tragedy intertwined with living in Europe, the suffering so near. We can see the mountains from Torino. We promised our little one a ski trip, mountains representing something so different. Tourists, holiday, beautiful fresh snow. Time is running out, a promise melting away as spring days bring warm weather. Vibrant leaves fill my unnamed garden. I remember my aimless walks, my daily landmarks, ever aware that Turin would be mine, only for a moment. Today, I live in the virtual city. At home, I have a chance to reflect and rest if I let myself. Soon, we will leave. Summers punctuated by your embrace. See you soon, Anako. Light streams into my bedroom window. Through my childhood window, climbing grapevines, a robust lemon tree. The side of a building, today, an ornamented brick wall, and sunshine. I delight in the warmth and illumination. I embrace early spring. I hope this ends before summer. Soon the city will come alive once more, and pristine streets and clear air will be marked with signs of life. When travel is no longer prohibited, we'll be together again, all of us.
Saan ka man, naririto ako. Hinahanap, hinahanap kita, aking mutiyak. Saan ka man, ay kasama kita. Sa puso kong nahihiya pa rin sa aking anak. Halika na't nakikita kita. Huwag nang umiyak. Nandito na ako, iyong ina.
All right. That is Travel is Prohibited. There was a slight that, you know what I'll do, Ginger, is I'll send the links for the two pieces on the Facebook page so people can watch it.
Oh, that would be so wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jessica wanted to be here today, but she's still in Turin right now and she's packing to get ready to come back to the States. But she's also in the Black Lives Matter movement in Nova de Pasqua. So if you Google Turin and Italy and all the protests in solidarity with our Black brothers and sisters and non-binary brethren, it's not just in the United States but global. So I just saw the things that she was posting, which is really amazing. Oh, we lost you.
Oh, I just wanted to thank you for sharing, and we'll look forward to those links on the Facebook page. And it was wonderful just to have a little insight, sights and sounds. Felt like I was in Italy for a moment there.
Right, right.
So nice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, Gio. We will continue on. Everyone, welcome for those of you that are just joining us. We welcome you. For everyone that has been here from the start, we've had a wonderful lineup. Again, this being our first virtual open mic for the summer. We've had some wonderful artists share and present. I know we haven't had too much opportunity to actually discuss, but do feel free to make your comments in the chat box. And as we continue with a couple of more of the presentations, then there'll be room for an open call. So if you have a song, a poem, some words to share, there will be a space and place for you before we wrap things up. There may be even an opportunity to check out how the breakout rooms work. I haven't actually worked that out. I've participated in it, but that might allow for us to have maybe a little small group sharing. So we'll play it by ear. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our next presenter. Thanks again to Romel and Gio for starting us off in our second set. And I would like to present Joy Cusie Griffith. She is a local songwriter. She is with a band called When Ned Left. She's a circa Pintig artist and collaborator. We love her, and I will give the floor to Joy.
I'm trying to find it. Sorry. It kind of fell. Let me just get that. Shaking the table. That was part of it.
Yes.
I'm having a meltdown because I can't see. I'm having a meltdown because I can't see. I hear the music echo through the dance floor and I wait for you. A stillness falls out in the air, but you're not there. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. It's sad, it's sad. It's bad, till I see you.
I'm not doing anything. Shifting. My legs are falling asleep. It's changing positions, that's all. Don't kick me over again, please. I wasn't. What? Why are you holding that? Did you get that from your car? I mean, you went out, so maybe you got that from. Okay, shut up. Yes, I'll shut up. Just gonna sit here. See? I'm not doing anything, not trying to get away or anything. Please, can you just. Why are you holding me? I didn't bring it here. I've never been to China. I'm not even Chinese. I don't even remember the last time when I left the country. I went to Texas to visit my boyfriend's family for Christmas, but that's it. You're not from Texas, are you? No, he's from Austin. Okay, I'm not. I'm just sitting right here. You're not that guy, are you? The guy who stabbed the Asian family, the father and son, 6 and 2. God, I thought they caught that. Please don't stab me like them. I didn't bring the virus here to kill Americans. I'm American. My boyfriend's from Texas. You have to believe me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm speaking to you in English. You get it? I'm American. You can't just lump us all in together. Why are you blaming us? You think every Asian person got sick so that they can come here to kill you? To kill us? I'm American too. It pisses me off you're blaming us. I'm afraid of getting the virus too. And on top of that, I have to be afraid of going to the grocery store and having someone like you accuse me, spit at me, and call me a chink, stab and kill me. How do you know I don't already have it? If you guys really thought every Asian had it, why would you go within 6 feet of them? Assholes are just using this virus as an excuse to unleash your racism. You can't stand diversity, equality, because you don't think any Black, brown, Asian, gay, Muslim, Jew, or woman should have what you have. We should only service you. We, the marginalized. How dare we walk around talking like we're just as good as you? How dare we become doctors and senators and presidents same as you? Same. The word bothers you, doesn't it? 8 years of having a Black president telling us yes we can pissed you the hell off, didn't it? And now you want revenge. So you beat up Asian people to put us in our place. You'd like to dial the world back to 1950 before all hell broke loose, before the civil rights movement, before people started standing up to your bullshit. How dare they march, right? They should have stayed slaves because they didn't know how good they had it. And now you're trying to stuff it all back in the bottle. Every week, another group is being blamed for something. Right now, Asians are the flavor of the week. Next week, it'll be the Jews, and then the Muslims, and the Blacks, and then the migrants, then the LGBTQ. Because everything is everyone else's fault but yours. You can't get ahead because of the marginalized person that took your job. They have a bigger house, live in a better neighborhood, a bigger car, more prestige, and it's eating a hole in your gut. So, what do? You do what every brat does. You throw a tantrum because it's too hard for you to make a better life. You can't accept that maybe someone got that job over you because they were smarter or more qualified or more talented. So you call foul and try to take their power away. Like the guy who said that his only interest is in disavowing minorities' power. That says it all right there, doesn't it? Or another guy saying, I don't care how bad I have it as long as the brown people have it worse. You're pissed off other people are getting ahead and left you behind. Well, you know what? You can't kill all the Asians. There are a billion of us, and they have a hell of a lot more money and industry. They work hard. Yeah, we get pissed when someone else gets a job over us or has a better house or car or whatever, but we don't go stabbing other people for it. We work harder so we can have a better life. What a concept, huh? Work harder. I guess that's exactly what you don't want to do. You just want to blame other people. Why not? It's easier. And you never have to look at yourself and what you're doing, not doing to make your life better. Go ahead. Kill me. There's another billion of me out there. You can't kill us all. And even if you could, your life still is not going to be better. In fact, it'll be worse. Because you're just going to be more and more consumed by hate. So much that if the coronavirus doesn't get you, your hate will choke the shit out of you. No, I don't have the virus. It's allergies. I swear. No, please. Get away from me. I could be asymptomatic. Stop. No. No.
Honey?
No.
Honey? Honey? Bad dream?
He was from Texas. Just like you.
I'm having a meltdown because I can't reach you. Feeling cold under the sunshine, a draft of lonely air is seeping through. kiss that I once knew. I dreamt of how I followed you. An easy breeze, a lazy street. Now it's faded too. It's bad, it's bad. It's sad, it's sad. It's bad, it's bad. And now, having a meltdown because I can't be with you. Counting days, missing the blue skies. Morning raindrops blind my view. I search as I am looking through a window blurred with misty dew. I hear light footsteps in the rain, and it's not you. It's bad, it's bad. It's sad, it's sad. It's bad, it's bad. Till I hold you.
He was from Texas, just like you. Called me a bat-eating chink. Was gonna kill me for bringing the virus. Don't touch me, don't! White guy. From Texas, just like you.
Hey, Ginger, that was good. So my next song is actually, so that was a collaboration between me and Ginger. So there was a fly, that's why my iPad fell. So, okay, my next song is actually in Tagalog. I wrote this a long time ago, and I haven't seen my two daughters, so this is dedicated to them. I used to sing this to them when they were little, so they like this. So I wrote this. It's very short. Nang tingin pa lang sa'yo, ako ay nabihag mo. Nang tingin pa lang sa'yo, ako ay nabihag mo. Hangad-agad ng puso ko na ikaw ay makapiling ko. Hindi alam ang gagawin, bakit yan ang totoo. Itong nadama sa unang tingin sa'yo. Oh, magic ng unang tingin sa mahal ko. Hindi magpapalit o kaya magpapalit. Totoo. Nang tingin pa lang sa'yo, ako ay nabihag mo. Nalagad ng puso ko, ikaw ang makapiling ko. Hindi alam ang gagawin, bakit yan ang totoo. Ito ang nadama sa unang tingin sa'yo. Oh, ang magic ng unang tingin sa mahal ko. Hindi Everybody still there? So
That was
the
what
next song, I think Ginger wanted all of us to probably have a little sing along. So I picked a song like from a favorite band. It's a comfort song from the Beatles. And they always have a song for the hard times and the good times. So I think everyone has a copy of that. So Ginger, do you want people to unmute and sing along?
I could actually pull it up too on the screen. I can do a little screen share. So here is the song. Thank you for playing for us.
Should I start?
Here are the lyrics.
They can join, they can follow.
Okay,
Just when it's a bar in the marketplace, Molly used to sing her in a bed. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And Molly says to her, she takes him by the hand. Oh, bloody, life goes on. La, 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 life goes on.
You can unmute, guys.
La, 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 life goes on. Yeah. Desmond takes a trolley to the jewelry store, buys a 20-carat golden ring, takes it back to Molly waiting at the door,
Angela.
and as he gives it to her, she begins to sing.
Life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on.
In a couple of years, they have built a home, sweet home. A couple of years running in the yard, Desmond and Molly's children. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Desmond lets the children and a few. Molly stays at home and does her pretty face.
I agree that
She's a singer.
I have the
Everybody, bloody,
Life goes on.
Woo! Nice to see you all.
That's so wonderful, Joy. Thank you so much for
Yes, I think so.
and always being
Nice to see
available for our little event. We love you. There's a chat saying we hope that you see your daughter soon.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope so too.
And keep writing the music. We have a space for you to share. So keep at it.
Thank you.
Like
Thanks, everyone. It's nice to see everybody.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Wonderful, everyone. So that brings us to our last set here. So this actually is more of our open
Unless you want to
forum
sing.
time. So Andy, how are you? Are you there?
I'm good. I'm in Cleveland. Carl Kimpo is here from Cleveland.
Carl, long time no see, Carl. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks so much for.
How are you? Yeah, everyone's been doing a really great job. It's exciting.
Good. Yes, we've had a wonderful lineup for sure. Thanks so much again, Karen. Karen was on
Here's
the call
Elise.
with us. Karen Huey was a playwright. Oh, hello. She's the one that wrote the monologue that I presented called Just Like You. Thanks.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. You did
Yes.
such a beautiful job. Thank you so much for committing to it.
I just trust what the playwright writes. So I apologize. I didn't have much time to prepare. I just read and
course.
really captures so much of what, there was so much wonderful just things to speak out about, and you captured it here.
I'm so glad that it speaks to what a lot of Asian Americans are feeling right now. So everyone stay safe, stay well. And Gio, thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.
Bye, Karen. Take good care. We hope
You
to connect
too.
again. Thank you. Wonderful. So yes, this is our open forum time. Now, shall we try just doing a little breakout room first? We have a few minutes before things start to wrap up. Abby and Alvin, they are helping us kind of navigate our way through. In our small groups, let's see, we have about 20 participants. Maybe if we can get into 4 groups of 5, maybe now there's less, we can try to just do a little meet and greet and talk a little bit about how things are before we come back and maybe have another volunteer or two to share the mic. How does that sound? I'm going to, okay, I'm going to try and set us up in a few rooms. So maybe let's see how many folks we can get into
You have
4
to stop because she was falling asleep.
We'll have 4 to 5 participants in a room. So I'm creating the rooms now and I am opening the rooms. You're welcome to leave and come back to the main room at any time.
So
But we'll probably set this room for
I know the Zoom
a few minutes. All right.
for
So
the
the rooms
corporate
are opening up. Say
Could you
hello
use
to
the
the
Zoom to
people
teach?
that you're in the room with. Rooms are
I have
opening
no
now.
idea what's happening, Ginger.
I know, Jennifer. Let's see where you end up going. So in the corner, you might be able to see that you can join this breakout room.
Okay,
So
well, I don't know where to write stuff. I can't make, I'm on a phone.
you're on a phone. So do you see
Yeah.
something, Jennifer, on the corner that says join?
Yes.
Okay, join that room and then say hello.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see you out in a little bit.
How are you?
I'm good.
So you both have performed with Circa Pintig in the past. How old were you at that time when you were participating?
I think I was like 7 years old, 7 or 8 years old. Yep. Good times.
That was so long ago. Saying 6th grade feels weird. Yeah.
Ginger, how are you?
I'm doing well, Rose. How are you?
I'm fine. I miss you.
I missed you as well. I'm so glad that you're here with us. Did you want to share anything? There's room to share.
I thought the sketch was really profound. Really profound.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, just in so many ways.
I'm just reading it and it's just like, wow, I wish I had these words in me to actually call folks out.
But I mean, you really, I would not have known that this was a first read through for you. You were really committed to that. And, the whole idea that, it's the others, and even it just was really profoundly relevant in terms of, the killing that had happened of the Chinese American family, and you know, the fears that we have of others as members of society. So that was really, yeah, that it was a dream, or rather a nightmare, which actually played out in reality. Yeah, really incredibly structured and well done. I liked the music too. That you were coming in just kind of took me aback. It's like I'm having a meltdown. I'm having a meltdown, and all of a sudden you started saying, like, wait, what? You know, so it was great, and I love that, and I love the yoga, the breath, just going to your breath and being in the moment. It's very hard because all around us is chaos. And I thought, wow, okay, breath, coming to your breath in this moment, because this is all we have. Brilliant. And Amelia, so talented.
Thank you
Where
so
are you going
much.
to college?
Oh, so I'm excited. I'm excited to announce. Okay, so I've decided on San Xavier University. So I'm doing a dual degree in biology and music, and I've just been accepted to medical school. So I'll be going in 2024. I'll be going to Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. So good times. Yeah, I'll be going
Can
to.
I see a card? Can I see a card? Because by the time
Definitely.
you're done, I will need something, you know, because I'll be arthritic and whatnot. So it would be good to, you know, get your digits and put you in my
Let's do it.
Sure. In my contacts, yeah. So yeah. So Anna, you're on the board?
I am. Yep. But this is, I think, the first time that I've attended the monthly beats. So it's really pretty amazing. And I know, Ginger, you put in a lot of work to get everybody together. So thank you. And
That's
also
amazing.
performing.
Not at all. I think, again, we're just all such part of a wonderful community. And, you know, I had maybe only actually 4 people respond to my Google.
Oh, really?
But again, we know so many folks that want to get together, and it was just a matter of, hey, Adri, how are you, sweetheart? Hey, want to join us? Yeah. Geo brought on like 3 acts for us. So we can do this, and we want to continue, and we're just so grateful. This is all just coming together. Yeah. We're going to start heading back into the main room, okay? So the breakout sessions wasn't so bad. Let's head back.
It's fun.
Okay. That's good.
Bye, everybody.
All right, see you back in the real room. All right. All right, I see Anna is back. Thank you. Let me see. We have, we've got some closed captioning happening from some of the other groups. I think I may have to just send a message to everyone else that it is time to come back. So let's come back to the main room. Let's see if that works. So here we are. This is great. All right, so I know that we might maybe want to do something for Philippine Independence Day next week, so we'll talk a little bit about that. We have a little bit of a format of how to run things, and again, with everyone kind of just knowing what part they're going to present, it was easy enough just to plug in. So that was very helpful, knowing how to structure things so that they're in chunks as well. And really for a 2-hour event, which is almost as much time as we've done, you know, having 8 folks sharing is just enough. So I'm learning quite a bit with our format. Let me see if I can check in on Abby and everyone in the meeting. I just don't know how to call everyone back. Let me pop into each one and I will call them back. I'll be right back. Keep chatting. Here we go.
You click on the how do you call that? The split screen.
Hey, we're heading back.
Oh, we gotta leave room?
Whenever you're ready.
Ginger, since she's a host, Ginger should be able to control that.
What's
I've been a part of this twice a week.
Oh, Ginger, can you bring us all back? from our
You know
chat
what?
rooms?
I think you would just have to leave the room. Is there a button
Okay.
down in the corner that
Yes,
says
yes, yes.
The room,
Yeah,
right
leave
there.
room.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, go leave.
So leave room.
Okay, leave the room.
I'll
Okay,
go.
Okay,
now
then
we're back.
I'll
Okay,
see you there.
perfect.
Okay, sounds good.
Leave breakout room.
leave the break.
Oh, there you go. That's the way. Good. All right, we are making our
Okay,
way
we're back.
back into the main room. So were you able to leave the room? There's a little button down in the corner that says leave room, and then you can make your way.
Where is it?
I have it here on my screen down at the lower bottom right.
Lower bottom
Maybe
right. Ito?
It leave room.
File?
I think we've left the room already.
Oh, are you in the main room?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think
Just
I
kick
you
us out.
guys-
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Well, at least we had a one-on-one with you, Ginger.
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so
This
much.
is Romel.
So hello, Romel.
Hi.
Kamusta?
Buti naman. Nice to meet you.
Okay, we'll join you now.
Yeah, we'll see you in the main room. Sounds good. Let me see who else is missing. Okay. Hi, Jennifer and
Oh, wait. I
Oh,
see
wait.
something now.
Yeah.
Okay.
exit. Thanks, Abby. I'll see you in the main room. There's a
Okay.
button down at the bottom that says leave room. And then we'll make our way back to the main room. Good.
Awesome.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. We got to try out the poll. We got to try out the
Oh,
break.
Jennifer.
Hi, I know. I'm still slow with technology. How you doing, Andy?
Good.
My God,
Oh,
good to
it's
see you, Jen.
Jennifer. I know
Yeah.
Jennifer. Now I see her
Yes.
face.
Are you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Jennifer, I know you.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
How wonderful
So-
to all come together. Hope you had a little bit of time in your breakout sessions to meet and greet and kind of have a little bit of time.
Wow.
to share.
This apple pie.
So, nice job, everyone. We are continuing on. I want to introduce Conrad Panganiban is joining us. Hi, Conrad.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How are you? How is it you're in the Bay Area, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. How is it there in the Bay Area?
Nice and sunny. It was like 104 the other day, so we're fine now.
Oh.
I didn't get that hot.
Yeah.
Global warming.
Yeah. Global everything. Jeez. Get through it.
Well, we are just so grateful
Wow.
for Conrad because not only has he shared his work with us, but he has also been working on our circapintig.org site. So I will pass the mic on to Angela Tita Jing, and she will tell us a little bit about our new website.
Is it possible to, Ginger, to get to the site and we'll just quickly go over it as a way of introducing everybody to it? So just as, I don't know if everybody heard earlier when we said that it was, you know how when we had the Pintig anniversary, Circa Pintig anniversary Zoom meeting in April, we were just talking about this, and Conrad raised his hand, and between that time and today, both Conrad and Ginger made this happen. So why another.org, another website? So just a bit of history. We used to have circapintig.org, and then for some reason, we lost the rights to it, I think, and then we were trying to get it back, and somebody bought the rights to it and was asking us to pay $500 to get it back. It's $500. How much?
5,000.
5,000 at one point. So we said, it's okay. We're not wedded to circapintig.org. So we started circapintig.com. And for the longest time, we've had circapintig.com. And until late last year, I was Googling, just wanted to Google circapintig.org, and all of a sudden, it's now available. So I just grabbed it and reserved it, and so now we have rights back to circapintig.org. So for those of you who haven't been around recently, we introduced because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we found it really critical and necessary to start our direct services. So in the past, we've done a lot of performances and we've done a lot of advocacy and education work. But now we want to do direct services as well. So we wanted to keep circapintig.com to keep the history and the performances and all of our education and advocacy. And now, as you can see, Circa, and you'll see this if you want a lot of history, but if you go to About Us, it will tell you about this shift after 29 years that we're doing an additional focus. So Circa Pintig, as you can see, Circa stands for Center for Immigrant Resources and Community Arts. So we've just been focusing on the CA part, which is the community arts part. And now we feel that it is timely and necessary that we also do the immigrant resources part. So now, instead of just being a tour, we're going to be 8 tours. So for artists, teachers, trainers, organizers, researchers, and now service providers as well. So that for the programs of our direct services, you will find them in the .org. And then for the community arts part, you'll find them in the .com. But you could switch back and forth between .org and .com because we have links to them, right?
Okay.
So that if you go to programs, right? So for the immigrant resources and direct services, there are 3, right now, 3 ongoing programs. So we have our solidarity programs. Right now, we've been doing this. This is part of our education and advocacy. So really, our solidarity work is both in the .com and the .org, right? But unique to the .org would be the From Stigma to Mad Pride. And maybe Ginger can talk briefly about what this is.
Yeah, so this was the project that we had with Dr. Rushi Hasnain at UIC with the Department of Disability and Human Services, and she has always partnered with us or had us come in to work with her students around the topic of Asian Americans and mental health. She has capstone students for us to work with, and they've had such wonderful interest in helping to promote the work that we do, and also activism and advocacy work for disability and mental health. So they were able to help us start up a podcast. And here is where it's housed, the 3 episodes that the students have hosted and facilitated interviews for. And they did everything from editing video to editing the interviews. They were hour-long interviews, even down to actually transcription as well. So we do want to be more mindful of accessibility. And so please come and visit the .org site that has our podcast. We have 3 episodes that's already up and published. So thanks to Conrad for putting that all in one place. And you can just take a look for yourself about how those interviews went and how we want to continue this kind of activism.
Awesome. And then the other program that's unique to this focus is Raising Voices Stories from the Home Front. If you recall, we were part of the work on the pushing for the Illinois Workers Domestic Domestic Workers Bill of Rights. I'm sorry. So what we did was we had a series of workshops with the caregivers themselves, and we collected stories and we transformed those stories into monologues. And we even had our performance series at that point about the caregivers. So we want to continue with that program with continuing stories. And right now we are partnering with Afire, and they have a program called Pandemic, which is a play on pandemic. And really, pandemic is focused on a broad topic of stories from the community. But our Raising Voices Stories from the Home Front really just focuses primarily on the stories of caregivers and care providers, whether they be in the home, whether they're being nursing homes, whether they are in hospitals. And we want to continue the collection of stories. And the idea is to use the stories as a way of connecting back to the community and really focusing and highlighting the stories and the struggles of community members, and also transforming them into more popular forms such as monologues or podcasts and other things. So this is also a way of not only connecting with our storytellers to the broader audience, but also part of our direct services is providing translation and also connecting them to direct service providers such as counselors or social workers. So that's part of our direct services. And the other thing too is to use the stories as a way of influencing policies. So right now there is a policy that we're trying to push, which is for, and I hope Anna can chime in. Anna, maybe you could talk about the project and the policy, the bill that we're trying to promote and push through with this project.
Right. Thanks, Jing. So the project is in collaboration with, as Jing said, with AFIRE, but also the Global Asian Studies Program, which was called Asian American Studies Program at UIC. And this is a project that was recently funded by the Institute for Research on Race and Public Policy. And it's to look at the impact of COVID-19 on Filipino care workers. So there are workers who are in nursing homes, domestic workers, nannies, house cleaners, so a range of working class folks. And the idea is to hopefully be able to build a community of support for the passage of the paid sick leave, which is something that domestic workers, many low-income workers are in need, especially during the COVID times. So I think it's a really exciting time for these partnerships, and hopefully we can build on the work that CIRCA has done in the past and continue to collect these stories, be able to affect policy, but also to be able to provide a voice to care workers, especially who are very isolated because of their work.
Thank you, Anna. And this is something that everybody could participate in. And so maybe it's a good time to talk about how you could get involved. And this is our call to action. There are different ways in get involved. There are at least two ways, right, to be directly involved. One is to become a sustaining donor. As you very well know, for most of its history, CIRCA Pintig has been volunteer run, 100% volunteer run, but we cannot continue to sustain our programs without community support, your support, because there's very little funding from foundations and institutional sources. So we really rely, as in the history of CIRCA Pintig, on community support. So there are two ways of being a sustaining donor. So the difference between a regular donor and a sustaining donor is that you commit to a repeating contribution and donation. It could be $20 a month, or $1 a day, or $10 every week. It's up to you. You tell us how you want to sustain your support for CIRCA Pintig and all the work that we do. So instead of just being a one-time donor, we encourage you to be a sustaining donor so that we could sustain our programs and the services that we provide. The other way is what you're doing now and what you have done in the past, and we hope that you continue to do, is you continue to volunteer, to be engaged, and to take action. So through the website and through the .org.com and through our social media pages, we will keep you abreast on volunteer opportunities and the action opportunities. So right now we are in need, for instance, of volunteers to do the translation during our pandemic sessions, because a lot of our caregivers, of course, will feel more comfortable speaking in Tagalog, and we need people who are proficient in both languages, English and Tagalog, to do simultaneous translation, no matter how do you call that, how limited that would be, but we want to be able to translate that work, so that would be a clear way by which you could volunteer and be engaged and be part of the project. The other one is if you know of storytellers like caregivers who would be willing to share their stories with us, please connect. There is a way, and Conrad, thank you for making that happen, is a way for you to fill out your information and say how we could get in touch with you so that we could get you involved in any of our activities in our ongoing projects. So the contact us, all we need will be your name, your email, and in whatever capacity you would like to volunteer or to be engaged. And again, this is nothing new. This is how we've been able to survive all these years. And next year is a big year to really look forward to, because we'll be celebrating 3 decades of our community work. And this is something that we all could be proud of. This is something that we all could claim as being part of. And again, we can't thank you enough for what you have done, for what you continue to do, and we look forward to keeping this community engagement strong as ever, especially in these times wherein we are bombarded and we are struggling on many fronts. And now is a way for us to really pull our resources together and to have a collective voice and to be stronger than ever as a community. Thank you again, and please continue to be engaged.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tita. Thank you, everyone. I know, apologies, we went over just a little bit. We want to take one final group photo. Would that be all right? I am going to go on ahead. And Jennifer's like,
I don't even know what I look like.
You're going to be great. You look fantastic.
Okay.
Let me stop
Alrighty.
sharing the screen so everyone has the opportunity to open up their mics. Thanks for staying along. People, again, the format was sort of people can come and go. Again, thank you for spending time with us. And we're going to take a quick photo. Are we ready?
How do you do that? Just smile?
So you can just smile.
Okay.
And everyone else has the ability to, but I'll go on ahead and take our picture.
Find your window.
1, 2, 3, up, center up. Here we go. Biggest smiles. Maybe on 3, we can say happy. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, happy.
Happy.
And hold. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Hi, Jing.
And
Hi, Rose.
the chair. Joy.
Hi, Jing,
So
Rose,
great.
everybody. Bye.
A big
Bye.
thanks
Thanks.
well to
Thanks,
so much.
Ginger.
and to Alvin for being
Hi.
on the call.
Appreciate
We've
it.
got information, so we will have the
Oh, I think they're
transcript
here.
chat. So if we need to refer back, but Rose
You here?
mentioned that there may be people at our church that can be helpful. And there's been some other wonderful feedback and notes here as well. So again, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thanks so much for joining us. Next month, we have the second Saturday of the month
Okay.
for another monthly beat. So we might reach back out. Please continue to join us. But next week also, we might have just an impromptu pop-up Independence Day celebration. So look out for that. We might figure that out for Philippine Independence Day. But I feel like we did a fine job. Thank you, everybody. And again, thank you, Conrad, for the work on the .org site. We'll continue to build it, but we've got it up and ready just in time. There is a curfew that was just announced, so
I saw
curfew
that.
is still in effect in
Yes,
Chicago. I don't know if
it
they're
is.
doing anything with public transportation, but you know, if ever anyone is stuck and we're able to come and get you, please reach out. We're here to support and to help. All right.
All right.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Love you all. Many
Bye.
hugs.
Hug.
Thank you. Thanks, Joy. Thanks,
Thank
Abby.
you. Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks,
there goes
Ray.
Rosie.
Rose, thanks for staying. Jennifer, I miss
Yes,
you.
I know. It's long time no see, Ginger.
Oh, I want us to get together soon. Bye-bye,
Yes.
Rose. Take it
Okay.
easy. Love ya.
Love
Take
you too.
care,
Miss you.
Jennifer. Miss
Bye.
you guys. Bye. Thanks, Abby, Andy, everyone. Yay.
Thank
We
you.
got another call up. She just left, but we're supposed to have a grant meeting next.
Okay.
What'd you think? What'd you think about that, Abby?
That was good. Everyone really enjoyed it, and they really loved having that time and space to share and reflect and perform. So that was an awesome reading. It's called Not Like You, or
It is. It's Just Like You.
Just Like You.
So,
Okay.
Just Like You. And the playwright is Karen Huey. And if you look her up in our Facebook page, she's an amazing writer. She does this professionally. And Gio connected me with her because Gio had directed another actor, and they've got a little video out on that. And he says, Mahal, you know, you should just like look at this and read it. And I'm like, okay. But we couldn't find an actor. I was trying to like reach out to Hannah, and but everyone is just such a weird space that I'm like, okay, we need to do this. I think I'll just try it. And so I did.
That was awesome.
So it's good. It's a good one. And I was actually thinking, you know, I should reach out to Kat Gleason, who was
Oh
our
yeah,
last
yeah.
director, and maybe have her work on directing it a bit, and also maybe we can create kind of like how Gio shared the films, which was really just voiceover with images, and kind of like how Pieces in Our Silencing Stigma was, where it was just like the voiceover and slides in the background and maybe some subtle movements. In this format, this would be a great way to get this piece like shared with others, you know. So maybe I'll reach out to her. I know everyone's kind of in odd spaces.
Crazy, yeah.
So yeah, Tita Jing, myself, Ruth, and Angie are gonna chat next. It's been a long
One after the other.
I've been online since like 5 a.m.
Oh
so,
my God.
but we're talking about grants and funding. We didn't get to do too much of sharing.
That's fine. That's fine. I think people appreciate